Have you ever felt like the universe was trying to speak to you? On March 29, during the powerful solar eclipse, the veil between worlds will thin, and your soul will be invited to awaken. In this video, Helen Adams takes you on a spiritual journey to prepare you for one of the most transformational cosmic events of our time. These 8 sacred steps are not just for preparation, they are keys to unlocking your higher destiny. If you feel a pull in your spirit, trust it. What you do now will echo through lifetimes. Why solar eclipses hold powerful spiritual significance. Long before science labeled eclipses as celestial mechanics, ancient civilizations saw them as sacred omens, gateways where the divine interacts with the mortal. During an eclipse, light is temporarily shadowed, symbolizing the fall of the old self and the rise of the inner light. It's a brief cosmic moment when time feels suspended, giving us a chance to review, release, and rebirth spiritually. Shamans, seers, and mystics believed eclipses reset karmic energies, almost like spiritual reboots for humanity. You're not just watching the sky dim, you're witnessing a powerful energy recalibration within your own field. In that darkness, the cosmos asks, who are you beyond your roles, fears, and stories? Each solar eclipse stirs the collective consciousness and personal timelines. It invites those tuned in to evolve. You may find old emotions resurfacing or synchronicities flooding your path. These are signs your soul is being summoned to pay attention. You are not just living through a moment, you're standing at the threshold of transformation. The hidden portal of energy opening on 29 March. Something extraordinary is set to unfold on March 29, a hidden portal invisible to the eye, but felt deeply by the soul. This portal is not made of stone or metal, but of pure frequency. As the sun is shadowed by the moon, this cosmic doorway opens, and for a few short hours, humanity is offered a rare energetic upgrade. It's a sacred invitation to shed what no longer belongs in your reality and align with your higher timeline. Across ancient cultures, eclipses were revered as times when divine energy surged onto the earth plane. This isn't mythology, it's quantum truth. During the eclipse, solar codes that carry higher intelligence are released, flooding the planet. Those attuned to it may feel an internal shift, a ringing in the ears, deep stillness, or sudden emotional clarity. These are not coincidences. You are standing at a gateway, and what you choose to do matters. If you're sensitive to energy, you might sense time behaving differently. Minutes stretching, thoughts slowing, or even a feeling of floating. These sensations mark your crossing into that spiritual portal. It will close as silently as it opened, leaving only those who were present and conscious enough to receive its gift. On this day, don't just observe, participate with presence. Let your soul step forward. Detox your energy field immediately. The days before the eclipse are not business as usual. They are a sacred purification process. Just like you'd clean your home before inviting divine guests, your energy field must be cleared before it can hold new frequencies. You may notice old fears, unresolved pain, or heavy thoughts rising unexpectedly. This is not regression, it is release. The universe is helping you empty the container so it can be filled with light. Think of your aura as a garden. Over time, weeds of doubt, comparison, regret, and fear can take root. If they're not pulled out, they block the light and life that wants to bloom in you. This eclipse is the perfect moment to do a deep inner cleanse. Smudging your space, salt baths, journaling, and forgiveness practices aren't just rituals, they are sacred tools to reclaim your energetic purity. There's a divine intelligence behind your discomfort right now. It's surfacing so it can be healed, not ignored. Pay attention to what drains you, who unsettles you, and which habits lower your vibration. Let this solar eclipse be your permission slip to release what doesn't belong. The lighter your field, the clearer the downloads, the faster your soul ascends. The 8-hour rule. Not all hours are created equal during a solar eclipse. There is a sacred window, approximately 4 hours before and 4 hours after the eclipse, when the cosmic frequencies reach their peak. Within this 8-hour vortex, your meditative state becomes a bridge between dimensions. It's the time when your subconscious is most open to receiving divine codes that shape your reality. Imagine sitting in silence during those hours, eyes closed but your spirit wide open. You might see colors, hear messages, or simply feel a profound peace wash over you. Don't ignore these sensations. They are signs of real-time activation. Many ancient texts speak of divine silence during eclipses as the moment when the veil is thinnest. You are not just meditating. You are listening to the heartbeat of the universe. Use this window wisely. Set intentions, repeat mantras, visualize light flooding your body. Whether you're in a city apartment or a forest cabin, this universal alignment will find you. But only those who sit in stillness will truly receive it. Think of it like catching a sacred broadcast. If your frequency is right, the message will be crystal clear. Solar light codes and your crystalline body. Your body is not merely flesh and blood. It is a living receiver of cosmic intelligence. During a solar eclipse, hidden light codes, packets of high-frequency information, are released from the sun. These codes travel invisibly, but powerfully, into your energetic system. If your body is prepared, it doesn't just receive them. It transforms because of them. These light codes awaken dormant parts of your DNA, especially those tied to spiritual gifts, healing abilities, and soul memories. You might feel tingling in your crown, sudden bursts of emotion, or even odd physical shifts. This is your crystalline body, your higher vibrational self, beginning to activate. The more you align with love, stillness, and intention, the more these codes integrate smoothly. Don't be surprised if you feel a sudden urge to change your routine, drop a toxic habit, or reach out to someone unexpectedly. These aren't random. They're signs that the new frequency is rewriting your internal script. Trust the process. On March 29, your body won't just witness a celestial event, it will embody a spiritual evolution. Why you must disconnect from low vibration sources. During the eclipse window, everything around you becomes amplified, including the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the emotions you absorb. What enters your field during this time has the power to either lift you or anchor you down. Disconnecting from low vibration sources is not optional. It's spiritual survival. Social media algorithms, violent news, or fear-based content carry frequencies that disrupt your inner harmony. During this cosmic event, they act like static that blocks divine messages from reaching you. If you want clarity, peace, and divine connection, you must guard your field like a sacred temple. Silence is a powerful shield. Think of it this way. Would you invite chaos into your sacred meditation space? Then don't allow it into your mind during this sacred eclipse. Turn off the noise. Instead, read sacred texts, listen to healing music, or simply sit in nature. This isn't escapism, it's recalibration. Protect your frequency like your future depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Activating the heart portal for soul expansion. Deep within your chest lies the most powerful gateway to the divine, your heart portal. While many chase spiritual knowledge through books and logic, it is the heart that opens the path to ascension. During the solar eclipse, this portal becomes more responsive, like a flower opening to sunlight. But to activate it, you must first soften it through forgiveness, gratitude, and vulnerability. Many people carry invisible armor around their hearts, built from old betrayals, disappointments, and fear of love. The eclipse's energy gently presses on this armor until it cracks. You may find yourself thinking of lost loved ones or shedding tears without reason. These aren't breakdowns, they are breakthroughs. Your soul is asking to feel again, not to be numb. When the heart portal is open, your energy field shifts. You radiate differently. You magnetize divine opportunities, soul family, and spiritual clarity. To prepare, spend time visualizing a golden light in your chest, expanding with each breath. Let it touch the world. On March 29, your heart isn't just beating. It's becoming a beacon for higher consciousness. What you eat will affect your soul on March 29. The food you consume in the days leading up to the eclipse isn't just fuel, it's information. Every bite carries vibration. When you eat foods grown from the earth with love and intention, you align your body with nature's rhythm. But when you consume processed, dense, or artificially altered foods, you cloud your inner channels, blocking spiritual clarity. This isn't about rigid dieting, it's about energetic sensitivity. On March 29, your body becomes more receptive, and your gut, often called the second brain, acts like a tuning fork. Fresh fruits, grounding vegetables, herbal teas, and plenty of clean water help your system stay fluid and open. Fasting for even a few hours before the eclipse can sharpen your intuitive abilities dramatically. Think of food as spiritual software. What you install into your body either supports or slows your divine downloads. Listen to what your body asks for. Cravings may shift as your vibration rises. Prepare a sacred meal the night before. Eat slowly. Bless each bite. Your body will thank you by becoming a vessel of radiant awareness during the eclipse. How to channel your future timeline. There's a reason mystics and visionaries keep journals, not just for memory, but to shape destiny. During a solar eclipse, the veil is so thin that what you write has power. Your thoughts carry more charge. Your words become blueprints. Journaling before and during the eclipse isn't a habit, it's a sacred conversation with your future self. Start by writing down what you are ready to release. Not just surface-level struggles, but deep-rooted patterns. Fear of being seen, cycles of lack, or self-doubt. Then shift into vision. What does your highest life look like? Who are you when you are fully aligned? Let your pen flow without censoring. This is divine scripting. Don't worry about grammar or structure. Focus on frequency. As you write, you may feel chills, tears, or bursts of insight. That's confirmation. You are not writing alone. Your higher self is guiding your hand. Seal your journal entry with a symbol, drawing, or mantra. Return to it weeks later, and you'll see how the eclipse shaped your path in sacred ways. Your dreams are trying to warn you before the eclipse. The days before an eclipse often carry strange dreams, some vivid, others unsettling. But these aren't random. They are messages. Your subconscious knows what your waking mind cannot grasp. As the veil thins, your dream world becomes a training ground, offering clues, warnings, and direction for what's unfolding in your soul's journey. You might dream of people from your past, foreign places, or even otherworldly beings. Don't dismiss these as nonsense. These are fragments of your spirit, showing you what must be healed or embraced. Keep a journal by your bed. When you wake, even in the middle of the night, write everything down. Even a few words can hold powerful insights. Look for repeating themes or symbols, a broken bridge, a locked door, or an animal guide. These symbols aren't coincidences. They are your soul's language. Ask for guidance before sleeping. Say, "Show me what I need to see before the eclipse." You'll be surprised how clear the messages become. The dream world is speaking. Are you listening? The power of sun gazing and its forgotten secrets. For thousands of years, sages, mystics, and yogis practiced a forgotten art, sun gazing, not as an act of worship, but as a direct communion with divine intelligence. The sun, in spiritual teachings, is more than a star. It's a transmitter of consciousness. And during an eclipse, its rays, briefly interrupted, carry hidden codes that can awaken the soul. In the safe hours near sunrise or sunset, looking gently at the sun for just a few seconds can stimulate your pineal gland. This third eye responds to light. When activated, it opens gateways to higher dimensions, intuitive clarity, and inner peace. The sun's energy helps cleanse lower frequencies and align you with your original divine template. If you've never tried sun gazing, start gently in the days before the eclipse. Even closing your eyes and facing the sunlight with gratitude can be deeply activating. Visualize the light entering your forehead, traveling down your spine, igniting your soul with warmth. On March 29, the sun won't just darken, it will whisper, and you'll be ready to hear. Break soul contracts before they repeat. There is a reason why certain patterns keep reappearing in your life. No matter how far you run, the same wounds, same types of people, and similar emotional pain find their way back to you. These are not coincidences, they are soul contracts. Unresolved karmic loops you agree to experience until the lesson is fully absorbed. And a solar eclipse, especially one as powerful as March 29, is the ultimate reset point. It's your divine opportunity to release those bonds before they repeat again. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is liberation. It doesn't mean the pain was justified, but it means you are choosing to no longer carry the weight. A forgiveness ritual before the eclipse helps you cut spiritual cords that tie you to painful timelines. Light a candle, speak the person's name, even if it's your own, and say you release them. Say it with your whole heart. You'll feel an energetic shift as the contract begins to dissolve. It's that real. Many forget that forgiveness also includes your past self, the one who made choices out of fear, ignorance, or survival. That version of you was doing the best it could with the awareness it had. By extending grace to yourself, you open the door for your future self to thrive. You stop dragging yesterday's shadow into tomorrow's light. And that freedom, that fresh inner space, becomes the container for the eclipse's blessings to pour in. After this ritual, don't rush back into distraction. Sit quietly. You may feel sadness, peace, or even unexpected joy. These are signs your soul is integrating the release. On March 29, many will watch the sky darken, but few will feel the spiritual contracts breaking inside them. Be among those who do. Forgive, and you won't just move on, you'll ascend. Your body is a cosmic antenna. Your body is not just physical matter, it is a frequency receiver, constantly picking up signals from the universe. During a solar eclipse, those signals become stronger, clearer, and faster. But if your body is cluttered with stress, toxins, or stagnant energy, it's like trying to hear divine music through a wall of static. Preparing your body isn't about perfection, it's about purification. Start by grounding. Walk barefoot on the earth. Let your feet reconnect with the electromagnetic pulse of Gaia. This anchors you when the cosmic energy begins to swirl. Next, focus on your breath. Deep, conscious breathing oxygenates your cells and brings you back into the present moment, right where all transformation begins. Even a few minutes of breathwork each day can sharpen your inner senses dramatically. Hydration becomes key in this window. Water is a conduit for energy, and your body is mostly made of it. Bless your water, speak love into it, and drink with intention. Every sip becomes a sacred act. Movement is also essential. Gentle yoga, stretching, or dance helps release blocked energy stored in your joints and spine. Your body begins to flow like the channels of energy it was designed to be. Think of your body as the temple where your spirit dwells. On March 29, the divine wants to visit, and it's seeking a clear, open, and ready space. When your body is prepared, you don't just witness a solar eclipse. You experience a full body activation. The antenna begins to hum, and the message you've been waiting for finally finds its way to you. How to call in solar eclipse guardians. You are never alone during cosmic shifts like eclipses. Just beyond the veil exist benevolent beings, angels, spirit guides, and cosmic guardians who walk with you in unseen ways. During solar eclipses, their presence intensifies. The thinning of dimensions allows them to draw closer, whispering wisdom and wrapping you in divine protection. But here's the secret: they need your invitation. Your free will is sacred. They cannot interfere unless asked. To call in these solar eclipse guardians, begin with sacred intention. Light a white candle, close your eyes, and speak from your heart. You don't need fancy words, just sincerity. Say, "I welcome only beings of divine light, truth, and love. Guide me through this shift. Show me what I need to see." Trust that your call is heard, even if you don't yet see or hear anything in return. The connection begins the moment you believe it does. You may experience their presence as tingling on your skin, warmth in your chest, or a sudden knowing. Pay attention to repeating numbers, feathers, songs, or phrases that appear repeatedly. They are signs from your guardians. Sometimes they come in dreams, offering symbols and messages that gently nudge your spirit toward truth. Don't dismiss the subtle signs. The divine speaks softly, but clearly. On the day of the eclipse, sit in stillness and imagine a circle of light surrounding you. Feel the embrace of unseen allies holding space for your transformation. With their guidance, the eclipse becomes more than a sky event. It becomes a soul mission, guided and supported by the very forces of light that have watched over you since birth. Why you must write a release letter before the eclipse. There's something profoundly magical about putting thoughts to paper, especially when those thoughts hold pain, fear, or unresolved emotion. Writing a release letter is a sacred tool for clearing stagnant energy from your emotional body. Unlike journaling for reflection, this letter is an intentional severance. You're not just writing feelings, you're breaking contracts, cutting cords, and reclaiming power. Start your letter with the words, "I now release," and allow everything to pour out. Old beliefs, toxic connections, guilt, shame, and regrets. Nothing is too small or too big to write. Let the ink bleed the truth. You are not writing for anyone else to read. This is between your soul and the universe. Don't hold back. The rawer it is, the more power it holds. When you finish, read it aloud under your breath. As you do, imagine each sentence lifting from your body like mist rising into the air. Then safely burn the letter, letting the flame transmute the energy into light. The ash becomes symbolic of your release, and the fire, a purifier of the soul. This ancient ritual aligns perfectly with the eclipse's energy of shedding and renewal. Do this before March 29, and you'll walk into the eclipse with lighter shoulders and a clearer heart. Most people carry their pain silently, pretending it's not there. But you will have faced it, honored it, and let it go. And because of that, what comes next will feel like breathing for the first time in lifetimes. The power of your words during the eclipse. During an eclipse, your words are not merely sounds. They are spells. The energy around you becomes hyper-responsive to vibration, especially the frequency of your voice. Many ancient spiritual traditions warned against speaking carelessly during celestial events because what you say in these moments echoes through your field and molds your reality. This is not metaphor. It's metaphysics. Your words hold creation power. Think about how often we casually say things like, "I can't," "I'm tired," or "I'm not good enough." Under normal conditions, these statements are damaging. But during an eclipse, they become spiritual commands, setting frequencies that may anchor into your next life cycle. Instead, choose your words with sacred precision. Speak love, possibility, clarity, and alignment. Use your voice to lift your vibration, not limit it. You may find it helpful to spend the eclipse in silence or speaking only mantras, affirmations, or prayers. Chanting sacred sounds like Om or Om can help harmonize your field and call in divine resonance. If you must speak, ask yourself, is this from my soul or my fear? Is this truth or habit? When words arise from stillness, they create worlds. When they arise from pain, they recycle limitation. The secret of stillness. In a world that celebrates constant motion, stillness has become a forgotten art. Yet during a solar eclipse, silence becomes your most powerful ally. It is within stillness that your soul speaks, your intuition awakens, and divine frequencies begin to take root. As the sky darkens, so should your outer world quiet. The most profound transformations do not come with fireworks, but with whispers in the silence. When you enter stillness, your nervous system relaxes, your thoughts slow, and your energetic field expands. You become a mirror for the universe to reflect upon. Ancient monks and mystics would retreat into silence days before celestial events, not as a practice of withdrawal, but of deep listening. In silence, the ego softens and the soul steps forward. It's in these sacred gaps that the eclipse delivers its message. During the eclipse, sit alone if possible. Dim the lights, unplug all distractions, and let silence wrap around you like a warm cloak. You may feel restless at first. That's normal, but stay with it. After a few minutes, the quiet begins to open up, and what emerges may surprise you. You might hear insights, see visions, or feel an ancient peace you've long forgotten. That stillness is the language of the cosmos. It's the beginning of your new life path. It's easy to think of celestial events as peaks, high points of energy that come and go. But this eclipse on March 29 isn't just an ending. It's a profound beginning. It's the start of a new chapter in your soul's evolution, one that you've been preparing for lifetimes. What happens on this day sets the tone for what you create next, not just for weeks or months, but for years ahead. Think of the eclipse as a spiritual doorway. Once you walk through it, you leave behind an outdated version of yourself. The habits that kept you small, the beliefs that held you back, and the patterns that repeated for generations, they are no longer welcome on the other side. The universe has cleared the slate. But now, it's your choice whether you rise into your divine timeline or remain asleep in the old. After the eclipse, be mindful of who you become. Pay attention to the conversations you have, the dreams that come, and the people who enter your life. These are all part of the new energy you've aligned with. You might feel a strange lightness in your being, or an unfamiliar clarity. This is the new path taking form beneath your feet. Trust it. Walk it with awareness. Your soul chose to be alive during this eclipse for a reason. This isn't just a rare cosmic event. It's a calling, a remembering, a realignment. March 29 marks the death of illusion and the rebirth of your divine identity. Don't fear the change. Embrace it. What begins now will ripple into every area of your life, making you more of who you were always meant to be.